Mhm. Hello, everybody, and welcome to A Dram Divided. It's me, Frederick, and on the other corner we have...
Emil.
Yeah, hooray, right? We
Yeah, I
finally
think
made
so.
it. We finally made it. Let's see here if I can...
Lee J is here.
Oh, nice. Emil is here as well, I see. That's
Yeah,
nice.
he's a nice
Greg
guy.
is here
I
as
heard.
well, and Whiskey Pilgrim is here as well. I have no idea who that is.
Kick him. Kick that guy.
Yeah, kick it, that guy out.
Ban him.
Yes. Drammer United, of course, Greg, of course. So yeah, everybody, welcome to Dram Divided, of course, and to our first ever live. So if there's anything you feel like you can't hear us, please tell us. If there are any problems with anything here, please tell us. So yeah, Emil, let's get started.
Yeah. Let's get started. So we've got Lee J. Greg is here so far. Hopefully more people will join us soon.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you guys. And we would like to start. Should we wait? See if someone else joins shortly?
Yeah, we can wait. So people, let's see here. Sorry. Let's see here.
Maiden is here. Hey, Maiden.
Oh, is Dominic here as well? Hi, Dominic. Let's see here. Yeah. Here. Yeah, so I think I can get started, Emil, I think.
Yeah, to answer your question, Greg, the theme tonight is kind of a look back. We've released 3 videos so far, so kind of a retrospective how we feel about things. Show some appreciation to you guys who have been watching and commenting, all that jazz, and a little bit about the future.
Yeah.
So to start off, we would like to thank everyone who's been watching, commenting, subscribing, everything. So yeah, it's that's the reason we're doing this. The engagement, the feedback. So and we've gotten some pretty interesting suggestions for the challenge we issued.
Yeah, we did. Yes, we did. Should I take over here?
Sure.
Yeah, so we did a challenge, as you might know. We were hoping that more people would have written comments, but you know what? This challenge is still going and going and going. So whenever you have time watching it, or please write in the comment section on that video, the challenge we did with the €250. And so we were asking the whiskey community, basically, if you could build a collection with €250, or if you live in another country, like you can change rate and from €250 maybe to dollars and so on and on. And so we reached out to some places, and we got some feedback, actually, Emil. And that was really interesting. So we had 3 bottles of whiskey. That was actually the ones that got the most.
But first, Frederick, what are you drinking tonight?
Oh, we forgot the most important one. So should we start with the easy one or the hard one? So I think I will start with the first one, actually.
I've already poured mine, so
yeah, this one, the Jameson, the Black Barrel.
Cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
I got it yesterday, so very interesting. So I have 10 in my glass. What do you have, Emil?
I have the Black Barrel in a little sample bottle right here, but for now, in my glass, almost finished, is the Glen Scotia Double Cask, which we'll get to later.
Yeah. So
everyone in chat, what are you drinking tonight?
Yeah, please write.
And cheers.
Cheers, everybody. So if you're wondering why we're still getting hang of all the technology stuff, I just want to say that out. We're still doing good. So should I tell the guys about the nominations?
Yeah,
please
do.
So drum roll. No, but we had 3 whiskeys here. the most of the people that did comment are people from Sweden. So very interesting. So we will now show you a very nice picture we made in our editing program.
Wow.
So wow, yeah. So these are the 3 whiskeys. Ta-da! You will still hear us, I hope. So yeah, the 3 whiskeys are Springbank 10-year-old. Shocker, right? It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Ardbeg 10-year-old. Very popular here in Sweden, usually just because there's so many Ardbeg fans here in Sweden. And then we also have High Coast Dubai from the Origin series, which also got good recommendations. So that one is really good.
Yeah, and that one cost me a lot of anxiety earlier today, as a matter of fact.
Emil actually wanted to buy it, but he chose not to. So yeah,
I have to restrain myself sometimes.
Yeah, you do have to do that sometimes. Yeah, so we got Zero Lock here as well.
Welcome.
It's nice. Yeah.
Cool.
Dry night, Dominic. That's okay. I mean, take it easy. The day is young, or the night is young, as they say. So yeah, I mean, there was the whiskeys there. Basically, very interesting because I have all 3 of them. I know you have one of them.
No, not an. Yeah, I have the. No, I don't.
You got the Springbank 10-year-old.
No, it's. I don't anymore.
Ah.
I finished it. I killed that bottle. Which says a lot. It's a good whiskey.
Yeah. And we got Carl in the chat as well. Nice. And Greg is having a Glen Scotia 1832, a travel retail. I have not tried that one yet, so very interesting.
Neither.
Yeah. And Lee is Gordon McPhil, been having an 11-year-old. Nice. Interesting. So, yeah. That was a little bit about the challenge, but please, people, still keep on doing that one,
Yeah. And to answer Dominic's question, it's pretty much for a beginner. It's like a starter kit, you know.
Oh.
The first 250 euros you spend, basically.
Yeah. I think that here in Sweden, though, when we did it for the Swedish people, a lot of them misunderstood it and thought it was going to be about starting a collection to flip.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. But we did get one that was very interesting. We actually got people asked if they could buy a time machine. Yeah. So you hear that right, people. You can buy a time machine for 250 euros, apparently.
Yeah. Only in Sweden.
Only in Sweden. Okay. We do have time machines here, so apparently you can buy them for 250 euros. Yeah, Greg. Ardbeg 10 for beginners. Well, it was the people's choice, right?
Yeah. Maybe they misunderstood the challenge, but I think it's fine for beginners. I had it when I was not really beginning, but not very experienced, and I found it enjoyable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because as I say in the video, Greg said earlier he hasn't had a chance to watch all of our videos, so maybe he missed that. I try to explain in the video where I recommend the Lagavulin 16-year-old as a part of my top 5, and my reasoning is you should have something that's a bit of a challenge. Shouldn't all be easy going at first. That's how I felt when I started out, at least. I wanted to have like something to learn.
Yeah. So, yeah, Greg said he had a time machine. He would go back and buy 3 cases of Port Ellen. Greg, we would do a lot, the whole video we did, the ones that got away, there would be a lot of whiskeys there that would not join that video. I can tell you that. I think you would have bought a lot of Deanston 9-year-olds, wouldn't you?
Probably.
Yeah. But yeah.
But not to flip now.
No, Greg.
Good, Greg. Good boy.
Good boy. Yeah. And I see Ligier was talking about a Springbank 10-year-old.
Yeah.
It's very nice. We do like it. I have them all in the back here, actually. All the 3 of those whiskeys that people recommended. And, as we said before, that list is just going to keep on going. And, please, it's also a good thing for us as well. I mean, and for everyone watching now, what whiskeys can I actually buy, during my whiskey journey? It's a manual, you can say. I think you said that before, but handbook. So it's very interesting. And Carl is drinking a Port Charlotte cast range. Yeah, those are heavily peated, I guess. Not the beginner's whiskey.
Sounds very cool.
Yeah. So it's very nice. So should we get into the whole thing that we've been talking about, showing on Instagram and all that, a dram of the month thing, Emil?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you tell them about it?
I will try my best. So we've been discussing for a while, like different ideas for the channel and what it's all about. And as we said from the beginning, it's basically like, this is our journey. This is how we talk about whiskey and related things. And we want to express ourselves and share with you. So the idea sprung to mind to start start expanding our views and like try different things. We decided to start trying one whiskey every month that we try / recommend. That's in a reasonable price range, easy to get, an accessible whiskey, basically. Whiskey for the people. So the first whiskey of the month, maybe you've seen, we have selected the excellent Glen Scotia Double Cask. Fantastic whiskey for the price. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. It's 45 euros here in Sweden, and it's just beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, and so we will like have a different one every month. Probably bounce around different regions, different countries, different continents to keep up the variety,
Mm.
Yeah,
definitely. So
yes, PJ.
Yeah. So this is what it looks like. Our seal of approval.
Yeah.
So now when you go to a whiskey shop everywhere, you will see our symbol, A Dram Divided, and you will know this is the one to have.
Yeah, we've sent it to every store.
Yeah, it cost us a fortune.
So if you I'll put it up.
Yeah. So PayPal is very much helpful right now. No, but it's a fun thing to do, basically,
Yeah.
In a great way as well. So I have a question for the people here, actually. Do you have a whiskey you would recommend as your dram of the month? In the chat.
Interesting.
Yeah. So why do you recommend it? Silverlock is asking.
Well, basically, it's a low price. First and foremost, I think most people who buy whiskey can afford to buy a double cask. And also it's really nice, and it has a bit of complexity to it, where it's not one-dimensional, but it's pretty easy to drink at the same time. There's a lot of spice there, some sweetness, like the classic Campbellton flavors are there. So it's very interesting whiskey, and for the price, I'm kind of blown away. I've drank plenty of whiskey that's more than double the price. That's not half as good. I don't know about you, Frederick, if you agree.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, seriously, the fact that I have missed this one during my journey so far has been shameful, I think, that I actually missed this one. It is a bang for your buck, basically. That's what it is. It's just bang for your buck. You get so much from this one. Like you said, for the price of money. For the double cask, basically. It's crazy. In my view, I mean, it is a really affordable whiskey that you can actually buy, especially if you're on a budget. Basically, it is just really good whiskey.
Yeah,
it has. I mean, of course, it's not gonna be maybe the whiskey that is going to change everyone, but I think it's a whiskey that can actually challenge a few whiskeys that has maybe even double the price, basically.
Yeah.
If I would like to say so. And and like Greg says, it has a lovely packaging as well.
Oh, my God, yeah.
The glass here is really nice.
And the box. I usually throw away my boxes because I don't like the clutter, but I had to keep that one.
Yeah,
it's really cool. And I also think Greg does a great job of abbreviating the explanation we have: balance, complexity, nice fruitiness, moderate funk.
Yeah.
I think that sums it up very well.
Yeah, and Silver exact, so it's a great value buy. Yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
yes, yeah.
And Carl is saying, my dram of the month is the Glimmet 12-year-old elective still.
Illicit.
Yeah, it's going to be released next week, I think, or this week, actually, here in Sweden. It's not that expensive. It's like 45 euros here. So, yeah.
Yeah, sounds cool. Maybe
Yeah, and Lydia says, Bunhaben 12-year-old, you know, the one I talked about
yeah,
when we were at System Blog today, they should buy. So, good choice, Lydia. Definitely.
Frederick agrees with you.
Yeah, it is. Seriously, it's a really good whiskey. That Glenlivet 12-year-old illicit still should be interesting to try.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And now we've done that, you know, what's going to happen now?
What's going to happen
now? So, what do we have on the agenda now? Well, we're going to talk a little bit more about what's going to happen. A little bit more, actually. Just going to point some out. There are going to come, of course, more episodes. So we have not recorded any new ones so far. Well, we've been busy with work, if people are wondering, basically. Work is work. It takes your time, basically. So that's what it is there. But we're going to do more episodes, more themes, some very serious, some just for the fun of it, basically. Right, Emil?
Yeah, all of it's for the fun of it.
Yeah.
I think.
And also sometimes just to, you know, make some people a little bit irritated.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Metal and whiskey. Who knows?
Metal and whiskey. Yeah. I think I know what you mean. Yeah. And also,
for the hobby. Very well said.
Yeah. Exactly. So we're also gonna have something like with guests as well. I mean, we reached out to a few whiskey YouTubers. We're gonna reach out to even more with some collaborations, you know.
Yeah.
So see what that happens.
We're really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Should be very interesting.
Yeah.
See what comes out of that idea.
Yeah. Very interesting. And also, we're going to do more live streams, of course. Maybe not every week, but maybe once a month or something like that. We haven't really talked about it yet, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, classical music and whiskey, but who knows? Oh, that would be interesting.
That's some good classical music.
Yeah, maybe
some Vivaldi.
Yeah, or some reggae and whiskey. And
reggae and Jamaican rum.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, reggae and rum. That would be really good. And also, we're gonna do some more challenges. We have some other challenges we're thinking about doing as well.
The cogs are ever turning in our heads.
Yes, we have so many ideas and so little time to plan them. So it's always nice, seriously. And also we have Emil, the one I was talking about today. You know, what do you call it, by the way? Or what were we talking about?
Right before now?
Yeah, the rum and wine.
Yeah, no, I don't. What do I say? I don't give a dram.
Yeah, exactly. I don't give a dram. So yeah. So we were also thinking, since we are gonna try some other stuff as well.
Yeah,
we're gonna try other things than whiskey, actually.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of rum and red wine also. Actually, I'm not I don't know anything about it, so I couldn't give you recommendations for wine. But I like red wine especially, and I really like rum. So that would be very cool to do together and talk about.
Yeah,
rum can be great.
Definitely. Yeah, it can be great. I hope so. I mean, you know how I am with rum, at least rum finished whiskeys, but I have high hopes for this. Very high hopes. I like it. I don't give a dram. It's got a ring to it. Thanks, Lidgy. It owes to Emil, so he has a copyright on this one right now. So
yeah, all the royalties go to me. So you owe me money now, Lidgy, because you used my phrase.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a little bit what's going to happen. A little bit. We don't want to go in too much on everything, just because we're not giving away too much, basically. And
we kind of just want to vibe with chat also.
Yeah.
Just hang around, talk.
Yeah. That's it basically right now. So cheers everybody for joining us, and we're gonna keep this live stream going. So cheers, Emil. I'm drinking
the Black Barrel.
No, the Glen Scotia Double Cask right now.
I just finished mine, so here goes the Black Barrel.
Yeah, cheers everybody.
And here, cheers everybody. I want to say to everyone, Frederick is a very generous man, very generous friend. He always gives you whiskey if you need it. Good to know. But he puts no labels on them. So I hope this is the Black Barrel, but I can't be sure. No. I don't even know if it's whiskey, to be honest. He just gave me this bottle.
Yeah. It could be fun, couldn't it? It could just basically be bleach as well.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Bleach and apple juice.
Yeah. Who knows?
The classic.
Yeah.
The childhood memories.
Yeah. So cheers everybody for being in the chat.
Cheers.
Yeah. And also I would like to say once again, thank you for everyone for joining us on this journey so far. We're still a young channel here.
Yeah, very.
But still, thank you for the love, basically, and all the good stuff with the comments and all that. Keep them going. We want you to comment on our videos, basically.
And feel free to disagree as much as you want. We never claim to be knowledgeable, or at least I don't.
Yeah.
Please tell us we're stupid if you think so.
Yeah.
We really enjoy it. So, and it's crazy for me. I think I've mentioned this before, but it's really cool to as a kind of an outsider to this community, how welcoming everyone are and how nice everybody has been in the chats. And yeah, I'm really glad to have started this journey with Frederick and all the people who have entered my my life this way.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
It is an extended family.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, I mean, it's just wonderful. I mean, like everyone here already knows, I have a second channel. So it's just fun to see this as a new hobby, basically. A new extension of that channel, basically. And it's great to do it with you as well. I mean, I love it. I love this. I think it's really fun just to do these things, and always just great to hear people's response, basically.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, because we're not really reviewing whiskeys. We're just talking about whiskeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I've said it's like the meta whiskey.
Yeah.
You're the coolest guy I know from.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you. That's a low bar, but thank you.
Well, yeah. I was going to say, does he know Lasse Kongo? Yeah, and for those who don't know who Lasse Kongo is, he's a fictional character here in Sweden who is an alcoholic bus driver. Yeah, but it's a lot of fun on those sketches. Yeah.
Whiskey is a lot more fun with friends.
Yeah.
It definitely is. Yeah. And in these trying times, it's hard to come across friends live, so we create them digitally.
Yeah.
You are our artificial friends. I think the term is parasocial relationship.
Okay.
But hopefully that's not what we're engaging in here.
No. Yeah.
We're the only guys from Sweden. Thank you very much. That means a lot to me.
Johnny H. Okay. Hey, Johnny. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, hopefully we give a good impression. Yeah. Hopefully we give a good impression.
We are the only guys from Sweden.
I am no bot. Thank you, Lee J. Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know.
Good to know. Yeah. So what are your thoughts about the Black Barrel? And have anyone here in the chat had a Black Barrel before, the Jameson? This one?
Yeah, it's cool. Sorry, I tuned out a bit. I was reading comments.
Okay, yeah.
You asked about the Black Barrel? And my first thoughts are like, this is very easy to drink.
Yeah.
It just runs down. I don't think it's like a very interesting whiskey in like the sense that it's very complex.
No.
And yes, I'm not the best at like coming up with tones and flavors and stuff.
Yeah.
But it tastes very nice, but it's kind of light on the flavor. I don't think it doesn't stand out very much. But an easy to drink. It reminds me a bit of the Writer's Tears, like that kind of whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool whiskey.
Yeah. Whiskey Silverlock is asking which part of Sweden we're in. We're in the south.
Yeah, Scania.
Yeah, Scandinavia. In Skåne is the state name, Skåne.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I see some people are asking or telling us about their experience with Black Barrel. So yeah,
most people are saying they never tried it, but they've heard good things about it. So that's like our experience as well. But now we've tried it. Now we'll give it more of a chance. This is just a sample, so it's not. But it's good. I like it definitely.
Yeah, it's an easy drinking whiskey, basically.
Yeah, very much so.
So
Jameson is what I think Irish whiskey should be like. Yeah, maybe. Like very, very easy, mild, smooth whiskey.
Yeah, I actually bought this. Someone did comment about Jim, the whiskey novice, did a review on the Black Barrel. So I actually bought this one on his recommendation.
Yeah.
Additional question: which is the closest distillery you are from? Do you know that question, Emil? If you could guess, I know.
Vane. It has to be Vane.
Exactly, Vane. Yeah. So that is the closest.
Not far away. It's like 2-hour drive and a half an hour on a boat, I think.
Yeah, and do some bicycling. You're on the island, so
yeah, sure.
That would be.
They have cars on Vane.
Yeah, they do, but they do have a bus there. It goes all the way to the distillery and all the way back to the ferry.
They have one bus.
Yeah, one bus. One bus. It's a cartridge with a horse, basically.
Yeah.
No, they don't. Glendalough, 13-year-old, finished in Saruna. Yeah, I heard a lot of good about that. Yeah, it's an Irish whiskey.
Yeah, but Mizunara. What's Mizunara?
It's a Japanese oak type, quite hard to remain liquid in it because it expands or
it's a wood. Okay.
Leaks, as I understand about it. And I think Greg and other people here as well knows much more about it.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, Vane is really nice, Greg. You should definitely try it.
I've never tried Vane, I think.
No, we should.
You have Vane?
Yeah, I have.
Given it to me.
They did the first ever Swedish corn whiskey and Swedish rye whiskey. Yeah. Those are really good.
I believe you've probably given it to me at some point, but we'll have to do it again because I don't remember it.
No, but they're nice. I mean, they're quite cheap here. They're like 40 euros, basically, for the bottles, for those two. Yeah. And but just half a liter, okay, 50 cent liter. But they're nice. They're nice. I really like them. But they are different from American corn whiskey and rye whiskey, of course. But they're nice. They're nice. I really like them. I would highly recommend people try them.
I have to say, I imagine a lot of people mix drinks with the Black Barrel because it doesn't at all take over anything.
No.
It's kind of a background whiskey. Sorry to bring it back to that one.
No, it's okay. I mean, I did ask a question. I mean,
Dominic says Jameson can have a very green style whiskey. I don't know what that means.
Is it like a vegetable or a floral or?
Okay.
Maybe I'm not sure. Maybe Dominic can specify it. Let's see here. Greg saying red Japanese oak, tight oak tannins, wise but leaky.
Very trendy.
Yeah. Thanks, Greg.
So you'll have to tell us how it is, Silverlock. Japanese oak, whisper nani.
Yeah. It's always good to get.
Have to tell us how it is.
Yeah, that I heard so many good things about that Glendalough 13-year-old in Missouruna. I have the 12-year-old here in the background. Actually, I have a 12-year-old. It's really nice. But this one, I don't know if they still make it. Is that a limited edition silver lock, that 13-year-old Glendalough, or is it still available? Because that would be interesting to try actually. Because me personally, I'm in a whole Irish whiskey journey right now.
Yeah, I said to you the other day, it's pretty cool because my whiskey collection in total is like the same size as your Irish whiskey collection, and they started at about the same time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. We're both beginners in some ways.
Yeah, I mean, no, I think it's interesting just to try because, I mean, not that I'm tired of Scotch whiskey, but I think it's nice to broaden your horizon, as they say.
Yeah.
And also the fact that it's we do have more what you could call Irish whiskey here in Sweden, but it's very hard to get the information on just because of the fact that you usually don't get any information when you go into the website on Systembolaget.
It doesn't say limited edition.
Okay. Is it about the 13-year-old Glendalough, Greg?
Yeah.
It doesn't say limited edition. Okay, thanks, Silver. No, yeah, Greg. There's so many whiskeys from the world right now. It's very interesting. You know, I know Greg has talked a lot about French whiskeys. There was some one distillery I know Greg talked about a lot from some distillery, but I don't remember which was. It was one that he was very interested in.
Yeah, and you showed me a French whiskey earlier today.
Yeah, the Armorique, I think it is. Armorique, I think it
I don't
is.
remember.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was an R. It was an R. Ravenzul. I cannot pronounce it. I don't really remember what it was called. Yeah. But it could be interesting to try, you know. I mean, the problem is you can't try before you buy here in Sweden.
Yeah.
So it's very hard. It's just a gamble, basically, all the time.
Yeah, that can be an issue.
Yeah.
But I can't remember very many whiskeys I've bought and like disliked strongly. Most of them are at least fine, you know.
Yeah.
Glenarmor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a French whiskey. Oh, yeah, and
yeah, I understand.
Minster, it's like herbal and Minster. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. When I think of mint, I always think of After Eight.
Oh, After Eight.
Yeah, that would be great, right?
We have them in the cupboard. It's bad news.
Can you give me one?
No, you got 3 the other night.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
No worries, Greg. No worries about sending this. I mean, take your time there, Greg. I mean, I know there's a lot of things happening all around us. Just take your time. I'm still here. We're still here. Cornog is a Peter version. Yeah, I remember. I've heard of Cornog as well. We do have it here in Sweden, I think. I think they used to have it here in Sweden. Yeah. And also now there is Dutch whiskey, Sudan. I think it's called the distillery. Sudan. Would be interesting to try. There's Danish whiskey now as well. Quite a few distilleries there. There's Finnish whiskey, Norwegian whiskey. I think there's even Icelandic whiskey as well.
Oh.
Yeah. And I think they're also going to do whiskey on the Faroe Islands as well. Starting a distillery there. It's very interesting as well. How will that go? I mean, it's not a big island, I think. I haven't been there.
It's like grass and sheep, I think.
And what do they call those birds with the beaks?
The birds with the beaks?
Yeah, do you know the ones with the colored beaks?
But they're not on the Faroe Islands, are they?
Oh, okay, not on Faroe. Okay, yeah, my geography. Maybe I was Iceland.
The puffins, you mean?
Yeah, puffins. Yeah, that's Iceland, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought that was like north of Scotland.
Maybe. I have no idea. I mean, they just look so cute, and apparently you eat them as well. So, yeah, it's horrible. Millstone Rye. Puffin, yeah. The Puffin. Yeah. I'm thinking of the Muffin Man from Shrek. The Muffin Man. So, yeah. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you once again, everybody, for joining us. Seriously. I don't remember which country it was. It was Norway or Iceland who did Floki. Floki, I think it's called, which is a distillery. I think that's what it's called. Floki. It has a whiskey that is like has been smoked with sheep dung. You know, sheep shit.
How do you get that idea?
Yeah, I have no idea. It sounds interesting just to try. How will shit taste like?
But they eat, where did you say, Iceland?
I think it was Iceland or Norway.
But
I'm not
they
sure.
eat like rotten shark that's been like soaked in its own urine underground for months. So I don't know if we should take
Okay.
their have. And the funny thing is, as a Swede, to laugh about this, in the north of Sweden, there's an alcoholic beverage. Do you know this, Frederick? And it's
Which one?
flavored with the ass of a beaver, like a gland from the anus of a beaver.
Yeah, I've heard
They
about
use, they use to flavor the liquor.
it.
So maybe
Yeah.
we shouldn't be too judgmental.
That's really a dram divided, isn't it? How will it seriously? We should definitely
That is
get
the true divided dram.
yeah, we should definitely try to get hold of that, just to try it, How
Mm.
does it taste like?
But I've heard it's quite good. It's like a vanilla-y.
Carl had tried something of Floki. He said it was disgusting.
I would imagine so.
Yeah, a dividing dram, definitely. Yeah.
We have a saying in Sweden when people like different things or have different opinions, and it's smaken är som baken, delad. And in English it would be the taste is like your butt, it's divided.
Oh, we should definitely have an episode of that.
Yeah, probably.
We could have a picture. I don't think YouTube would let us actually have a picture of a bottom.
If we do it in Swedish, they can't get to it.
Yeah. It might be young whiskey as well. Yeah. And there are some interesting whiskeys out there, just alcoholic beverages, basically. I think there is something from Gotland as well, something that's supposed to be a butt divided. Yeah.
Yeah.
Butt divided. Yeah. There is a lot of interesting stuff. I mean, should we talk about the Bushmill?
Sure.
Yeah.
Should we pour a glass? I'll just finish my black barrel first.
Yeah, I just need to get it. So I'm not gonna be all.
Ding.
I am going to do a review on this one on Whiskey Pilgrim, but you can already know my thoughts about it. Maybe.
Dominic, you need something something different for the long winter nights. Actually, the interesting thing is, or interesting, many people know this, but in the north of Sweden, in the winter, they don't have nights. It's sun 24/7.
Yeah.
Or is that in summer?
I think that's in summer.
Yeah, that's
in summer. Yeah, just because you can watch the sun exactly, just touch a place and then it goes up again.
Yeah.
So it never really goes down.
And the opposite is true in summer. In winter. It can be dark. Like,
and then you can see the northern lights as well. I think that's called the northern lights. The northern
Aurora Borealis.
Yeah. Some very interesting stuff. Let's see here.
And it's kind of crazy to think about how far away those places are from where we are in Sweden. It's kind of a small country, but since we're so long as a nation geographically, it's a long way away. So this is the.
How often do you listen? Oh, seriously, I have never been to the north.
I've been to the halfway line basically, and never north of that.
Like Stockholm?
Gävle.
Okay. I've been to Stockholm. That's like the furthest I've been. Gothenburg, so that's not really that far.
No. But I was actually, when I was in Gävle, I met a bunch of really cool guys from Haparanda, which is like one of the most northern, farthest north located cities in Sweden. Yeah. It's on the border of Finland, so like they're half Finnish people, basically. The city is half Finnish, basically.
Yeah.
It has a different
isn't there a place in up north in Sweden? When you stand there, you're standing both on the border on Sweden, Norway, and Finland.
Yeah, in Swedish it's called the Treriksröset, and the loosely translated means the three nation point. Like, I don't know what the English term is, but where Sweden, Norway, and Finland meet.
Yeah,
and then Russia is not far away from that.
No,
you can swim to Greenland or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you can meet polar bears as well, I think.
Yeah,
really.
they have the Polar Bear Express. You can ride them to
Yeah.
to Russia.
Yeah.
You pay them in vodka. So
yeah.
to get back to reality,
Yeah.
we're drinking the Bushmills. This is the Sweden exclusive Causeway.
Yeah.
And
Do you know what the Causeway is, by the way?
The Causeway. I feel like I should know. So I'll pretend that I know, but I'll let you explain.
Yeah, because I thought you knew, and you could explain.
But
No, it has some
the
place
Causeway
in Ireland. It's some place in Ireland.
Isn't the Causeway like the bridge between the ship and the docks?
Yeah, I think it's a place actually in Ireland when they have rocks formations that look like steps, basically. Really weird. That's why they have the symbol there, because they're like formed very, very
Very
weird,
cool.
apparently. So there's like those, tales of giants using them as ladders to heaven, basically.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
So
Now. I'm
yeah.
googling. Cool. Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, Dominic, we
The
like
Causeway has to be. I think the word Causeway probably means something. Then it's like a bridge. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, like I said, we're not been up north, so I can't really speak about. But I know there is very little daylight or darkness during the summer, and
Yeah. I have
the opposite during the winter.
I know a guy who moved up to Kiruna, which is north of the polar circle. So it's really far north. He went there to study to be a pilot, I think, and he had to move back because he was so depressed in the winter. There was no sunlight.
Yeah.
So you get like no, and it physically can be very trying for you because you know the vitamin D from the sun and all that. So it's impressive that people can live there.
Yeah,
but it looks beautiful with all the forests and the nature.
Like they said, the closest neighbor is like 8 hours away.
Yeah, that has to be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, Carl asked if we were opening the Bushmills. Yeah, it's 2001. The Banjul cask, which is some kind of a fruity dessert wine, I think it is. I think Greg knows more about this one. I think it's a French wine, if I'm not mistaken. The Banjul cask. This is a cask range one. I think it was limited to like 1,500 bottles here in Sweden.
Yeah.
And it cost around, was like 100 euros. So it's quite expensive for an 8-year-old whiskey.
Yeah. It's more than I usually spend.
Yeah, and it is quite divided, I think, among us.
Yeah.
Actually.
But it has time to prove us wrong. We've only just opened the bottles. So, but we have tried them before. Like yesterday, I tried mine.
Yeah.
And I was not blown away by it. I was not like, wow, this is really good. It is interesting though. I'll have to give it that. There's it's Sweden exclusive. Yeah. It's a very interesting whiskey. You can analyze it a lot. Because you told me you find like cardamom in the nose.
It's okay.
And I kind of agree with you. I think, but my mind goes directly to like cinnamon bun dough, and like when you make the buns.
The pastry.
Yeah, it's very sweet, both in the nose and in the flavor.
But there is one thing you told me, and now when I am trying it, I actually do feel it. That is the soap thing, or that
Yeah, the aftertaste.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't know what it's called in English. I think it's lavender.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Like old people usually have in their homes.
It tastes like old people. Frederick, 2021.
Yeah. Thanks for the information about the wine, by the way. No, when you say that, I can really feel the soap with the lavender or lavender.
Yeah. I think lavender is the right. It's the right.
And that made me even more off-put by it, actually.
Yeah, and that's just the after flavor, but that's not very pleasant at all. And I think the first What do you call it? What do you call the first like flavors you get
In the nose or in the...
in the palate?
Okay.
What do you call that? The attack?
I would-
No.
The attack, I mean, I would definitely say it's very warm heat to it. I
And I
do
have to say, yeah. Go on.
cardamom, blackcurrant. There was another thing I got before. I wrote down it on some notes, but blackcurrant, apricot yam as well. So from like apricot yam or
Yeah.
yeah. So, but you know, it's too bad it's so expensive. Seriously.
Yeah, I don't think for the price, like the double cask is half the price and much better, I think.
It's actually more than half the price.
Yeah. Less.
Yeah.
So you could buy 2 double casks and have 10 euros left over.
Yeah.
I think I will give this a lot of chances because I think it's very interesting, and I like sweet whiskeys in general. And the first, like the attack, is very sweet and warm, as you say. I think that's kind of pleasant, you know. So maybe there's something. Yeah, maybe we would just have to let it grow.
Yeah, the ABV, Greg, is 53.2% ABV.
Cask.
Yeah.
That's a horrible phrase for a Swede to say in English, by the way. Cask strength.
Yeah, because of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, one thing I would say here is that I have never tried a standard Bushmill. Like, I know Dominic has just written he likes the 16-year-old.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of good things about 21. I never tried one, so I cannot really compare them still. So it would be interesting to compare to a 10-year-old, maybe 16-year-old Bushmill, just to see if there is a difference. We can find some common things.
I've always stayed away from the Bushmills, as you know, because the bottle looks like it's for cooking oil. It looks identical to the cooking oil bottles you get in the store here in Sweden. So yeah, it doesn't look very appealing to me.
Wow, a 33-year-old Big Pete. Nice. Yeah, it's interesting. Like I said, it's the first time I'm trying a cask strength, not Scottish, but Irish whiskey. Yeah. Yeah, Greg, it sounds about right. Cooking oil. It actually looks like when you said it to me, I cannot look at this bottle anymore in a good way. I always think like I'm gonna pour it in when I'm frying something.
Yeah. If I brought it home, the food would taste like my kid would be drunk.
Yeah, that would not be good.
Confusion. But Carl says the lavender aftertaste subdued once the bottle was past the shoulder. So hopefully that's the case here also, because as I said, we've only just started on the bottle.
Yeah, and Lydia says, is that right? Make sure you don't go whiskey shopping drunk. I have done it nearly once, so it's not a good thing. I don't recommend it.
The 16-year-old is good. The 21 is great, but expensive.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I think it's cost here in Sweden 150 euros here in Sweden, actually.
Yeah.
So, but it's 40%. It doesn't mean it's going to be bad, but you know, yeah, the 12-year cask. I have not tried that one. We don't have the 12-year cask range here in Sweden. We only have two. Yeah, about the 15-year-old, and that was my whiskey of the year 2020.
Didn't you buy another one?
Yeah, the Glendalough 12-year-old.
And that's the one I got a sample of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But I would like to try the 12-year-old cask range. I have so many good things about it. I also would like to try the 21-year-old Redbreast.
Dominic says Irish whiskey is very expensive even for whiskey. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have a reference frame. Here at Systembolaget, the Irish whiskeys are like the cheapest ones.
Yeah, some of them are. Are. But when it comes
like
to
your Teelings, your Bushmills, Jameson, all those, very, very cheap.
Yeah, but once they're starting putting age numbers on those, they're actually getting quite expensive up there.
Okay.
Yeah. I got some samples with Hyde, Scottish, not Irish, an Irish distillery. I think it's going to be interesting to try. Got 3 samples. So that would be one rum, one port, and I think one was a single grain. I think it was cool. Very interesting. A tip that I best for Bushmills are often undisclosed bottlings. Okay, yeah. we're gonna keep a look at it. Yeah, I mean, because I think Irish whiskey is interesting just to try. I mean, we heard a lot of other things like Powers John Lane, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Green Spot.
Yellow, yeah, green spot. Yeah, yellow spot.
As well. We don't have them here as well, so maybe one day we have. Oh, it's gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that. So, cheers, everybody.
Cheers, people.
We start drinking and singing some happy songs.
Yeah, I said before we started this stream, I poured a glass of the Glen Scotia double cask, and I said to Frederick, "Damn it, I poured too much," and I had to finish it before the stream. So I will be very drunk before this is over, I think.
We got today off. Tomorrow, no worries. No worries.
Yeah, and it's my turn to sleep. My turn to sleep in, because I let my girlfriend sleep in this morning.
Brooklyn 16 unpeated. In fact, a 20-year-old. Nice. Okay.
Why is it called a 16?
I have no idea. Greg, can you tell us why? Oh, is it because there's 20-year-old whiskey in it? You know, when it's single malt, sometimes it says 12 years old, but you can sometimes have all the whiskeys in it, or they need to sometimes have all the whiskeys in it just to make it a little bit more better. You know, Glendronach, I think, is one of those is very famous for that.
Okay. Yeah. And to kind of bring it back a bit to earlier in the stream, we talked about rum. And that's also a very interesting thing about rum and the industry and the options you have. It's like it's much less regulated, if I understand it correctly. Like you can have a rum that says it's 12 years old, but that just means like a third of it is 12 and the rest is like whatever. And you can call a lot of things rum that you can't, like if you make a liquor in the wrong way, you can't call it a whiskey. But rum doesn't have that same regulation, I don't think. So there's a kind of more variety, but less regulation at the same time. So it's an interesting world to discover. Tasting the Glen Scotia Tawny Port Castrings. Frederick, you will be glad to see this.
I know. I'm actually writing comments.
Oh, sorry.
Such a good whiskey.
I
regret I didn't buy more whiskeys. Actually, more.
Yeah, that one was very good.
Yeah, that one was. Oh my god, that one was amazing.
It's from a stock of previous owner before the mothballing. So you give H. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, Frederick?
I'm feeling good, and I just got very dry in my throat, so I need to dehydrate. That's all. But that Glen Scotia 40-year-old, if anyone can still find it, seriously, buy a bottle of it. It was so cheap here in Sweden. It was like 65 euros here in Sweden, I think. Crazy. For a 40-year-old cask range whiskey. My god, that was a steal, seriously.
Yeah.
Wow. And that was just, it blew my mind away when I bought a bottle of it. I tried it and I was like, wow, that was good. I should buy another bottle. As soon as possible.
Do you think should we like brainstorm live a little bit? Like talk about some ideas? Because I know you have so many ideas for what we should do, and I have some ideas what we should do. Like, do you want to share some of your ideas? Because I have to tell the people, we work together, as many people know, and we're very good friends in real life, or at least I think we are. I don't know, Frederick, just leading me on, but so we keep in touch. We write on the mobile phones to each other. So
I'm asking you, like, where the hell are you? Where start working? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So I get a lot of, like, some days I get like 10 pictures of like thumbnails that he's been working on for ideas for videos.
Yeah.
So it's you have a lot of creativity in there.
Yeah.
You want to share?
Should I share some of them? Yeah, I mean, I can probably load up something here. Should I load up one of the videos, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, people, you have to wait a little bit, and we can do the one with the free whiskeys you're supposed to be choosing, for example.
Yeah, cool.
I'm just gonna find it, by the way.
We can read some comments in the meanwhile.
Yeah, you can do that. I'm just gonna.
Isn't it Venice? Lee J moved on to the Springbank 10-year-old now.
Oh, that's a good one.
Very good whiskey. As I said, I killed my bottle quite quickly after I opened it, and I have to get another one. And
I'm just gonna do it myself.
Yeah.
So you can hear me.
It's also more expensive to produce a whole bunch. Yeah, okay. You're so knowledgeable, Greg. I'm so impressed by you. Jameson 18 is overpriced but comes in a nice box. That makes up for it. You're also, all of you are so knowledgeable. I feel like an amateur sometimes. Or I am an amateur, but you know, it's kind of intimidating to talk to you guys. But you're so nice. Among the three, I'm tasting today. Top more seems like the dirtiest grassy hay, barnyard noise. That sounds kind of nice. A little dirt. Exactly, Lee J. I imagine a lot of people think that. And I know Frederick had a. Now he's muted himself, so I'll have to speak for him. But I know he's told me like, and he's probably said live or something else. That his journey with Springbank was like, it had twists and turns in the beginning, before he found one he liked. And if I remember correctly, I think he tried the 10-year-old early on and didn't like it, but then came back to it. But I think that's a really cool whiskey. Very, very good. Because I think this one, the double cask, is kind of in the same league. Like Greg said before. It has a sweetness, kind of like a fruitiness to it, but it's also like salty, spicy, funky, you know. It's got a bit of a So that's very cool. So you're back, Frederick. Welcome.
Yeah, you're talking.
Welcome to my stream, where we talk about.
Thank you so much. This feels really good.
I have taken over this channel now.
Yeah, I'm very blessed to be here. I'm very blessed. So yeah, people, you want to see something interesting that I have done? I had to remake this one, but this is one of the things we're going to do an episode on. I would like any one of the 5 people in the chat, please turn down your volume because it's going to get very loud. It includes you too, Emil. So this is an, let's see here, an idea for an episode. So yeah, let's get ready. So yeah, that was it.
Very cool.
Thanks.
I have to respond to Greg though. he says I make him feel old. I just mean you're wise, man. You know a lot, and you have a proclivity for explaining very well. So you share your knowledge, which is a good thing. But very cool video, Frederick. And that's the kind of thing I get in my chats with Frederick from now and then.
So yeah, people, what do you think about that one? Please share your thoughts.
Feed it.
Feed the heat. Is that your friend?
I have no idea who that guy is.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome, Frederick.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Greg. Thanks. Yeah, we have a guy eating pizza. That's interesting.
What kind of pizza did you have? Feed the boy.
Please tell us. Was it with a whiskey, a beer, of choice?
I think he had a Vesuvio.
Oh,
He's a
you know,
basic kind of
yeah.
guy.
So just the people know, Frederick is quite
Good idea. Nice, Frederick. Great videos. Got me thinking. Yeah.
yeah. But there's more to that video than. Yeah, I know. You know what my spelling is. That's why I have Emil here to check my spelling. That's why he's here. That's the only reason why we are Dram Divided. I started just so he can check me on my spelling. Yeah. So no, that was one of many things, I've been doing, because the thing is that before we started the whole thing, even before I even asked Emil, I have been doing quite a lot of things, and I was like, I will ask Emil if he wants to join me in this pursuit of happiness. So yeah, we started out. We had like 2 other names before this, I think.
Yeah. What was the first one?
The first one, yeah, you don't remember? I remember all of them.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I will first just respond to Fide, who had a doner pizza with a slight touch of whiskey. Sounds fucking disgusting, but cool anyway. Good for you.
Yeah, and I will respond to Dominic. No, the end is not coming, Dominic. This is just a fun thing, basically. You're gonna see when that video come out. You're gonna realize why we're doing it.
But what was the first one?
Yeah, the first one. What was it?
A Dram Divided is such a cool name, I think. So all the other ones like dropped out of my memory. So you'll have to fill me in.
I love the second one actually.
Yeah, the first one was Raw Malt Society, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so that was cool. That was really cool as well.
Raw Malt Society. That one is up for grabs now. People take it and leave it. Yeah, Greg, you still gonna. We're gonna do that video one day, and you're gonna see what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah,
there's also some good things there, Greg. Really good.
We can say, Greg, you're close to the mark.
Yeah, close to the mark. What was the second one?
The second one was
Yeah.
I don't remember. Damn it.
You want me to tell the people?
Yeah.
Against Distills.
Very cool. Very cool.
That was my favorite one, but I choose to go on with you because I knew else you're just gonna get grumpy.
No,
you will not leave me alone on Facebook and all that, No, but the drum is still cool.
Yeah, I remember when we sat in your couch talking about this, and you said the first one. And the issue we had with it, because Raw Malt Society sounds fucking cool as hell, but the issue we had with it was we didn't want to give the impression that we were like, raw malt, like we couldn't. Yeah, we wanted. Yeah, and against the stills, it just lost against A Dram Divided, because I personally think A Dram Divided it has an alliteration, A Dram Divided. It rolls off the tongue nicely. Swedish guys go to still. Yeah.
We could also have 2 guys, 1 dram. We're not going to go any further.
There's a special video for our Patreon supporters.
What is that called? That live thing people do with those kind of things? Isn't that like
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans. Or OnlyFans
account.
It's very seductive and
yeah.
So that was some of those ideas that we had. It was just for the fun of it. So,
and we also have a cool Silver Luck agrees with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm very pleased with the name we chose.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was funny because we were like because I remember you were like, okay, you like the Raw Malt Society, but due to the fact that. Yeah. So, but with what was it? And then I liked Against the Stills, but A Dram Divided is cool. Was it Greg? I don't know which town. Which town? You mean the town we live in, or which town, Greg?
No, he wrote the raw cask is arranged from Blackadder. His founder Thomas Tuchek lives in Sweden.
Ah.
He asked us if we know. No, I did not know that. Cool.
Okay.
And we laugh, kind of horrible thing to laugh at, but the first video we released was released the same day as the insurrection against the Capitol in the US. And we had a bit of a chuckle and said, "Yeah, A Dram Divided," because if for those who don't know, like A Dram Divided is inspired by the speech that Abraham Lincoln gave.
Yeah.
I think it was prior to the Civil War.
Yeah.
Maybe it was after, like a nation divided, a house divided, or something.
Yeah.
Speaking about the secession of the southern states and such. So kind of ironic.
Yeah, it was an irony there. But we're not going to get too much into politics right now.
No.
It always gets heated. But so keep the common civilized people, please.
Yeah.
But no, it just A Dram Divided was just cool because it was basically what we want to do.
But I think speaking of politics, I think some people thought it was kind of a political thing because it's inspired from that. Didn't you get some messages suggesting that?
Which one?
Like people who thought it was like a political thing. I remember us talking about it.
We only got one comment on our first video that was funny.
Yeah, I don't mean on the video. I mean like when you talked about it in chats and stuff.
No, I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, but Greg has Highland Park and an _ stunning island. Okay, interesting.
Cool.
No, yeah, but it's good. I mean, I remember when you asked me about the logo.
Yeah.
Well, like.
Yeah, because I was kind of confused. Why do we have this logo?
Oh, thanks, Severlock. Thank you. You are saving us. Yeah.
Yeah, they do say that.
You know what I would like to say? More whiskey to the people. Good whiskey to the people.
That is the only political position we hold at this channel.
More good whiskey to the people. Share to everyone. And if you have any more questions, please write in the comment section. What shoe sizes do we have? Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, I mean, no, it's interesting. It's very. I really like this. Seriously, it's just a lot of fun. This doing whiskey tubing, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and like you said about the graciousness of the people in the chats or in the community.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's always a good feeling too. Like now we have. The last time I checked, we have like 5-6 viewers. Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Everybody, I hope everyone's having a good time. I'm having a good time. How do you decide your whiskey budget?
Oh, that is. You can start.
Yeah, I don't really do. I just try to not buy whiskey as much as I can. I'm not a hoarder or anything. I don't buy a lot, and I've never spent that much. But I always when I pass the store, the Systembolaget, I have the urge to go in because there's always one bottle that I've tried and I know I like that I don't own. So it's like always a struggle for me to not buy too much. But yeah, my budget is decided by the fact that I can't afford that much and I have a family to feed.
And I don't have a family to feed, but since I moved to my
have a lot of whiskey.
Yeah, I do, but when I lived in my old apartment, I didn't pay too much rent, and I was just buying a lot of whiskey. So yeah, but I think my budget every month around at the highest 200 euros. At the highest 200 euros, I would say. Sometimes I don't even buy any whiskey at all in a month. I'm trying to save now. I just bought some whiskeys recently during January. I know there are going to be some releases with Springbank, hopefully in March, hopefully. And I know Lydia asked us, do you have any special bottles that we're saving for special occasion?
I have one.
Yeah, which one?
That is the most expensive whiskey I've bought. And it's kind of related to the kids thing, Lydia. You have 5 kids? Oh my God. Great job, man. I have one, and I can imagine. But kids are great. But yeah, I have one bottle because, and this was like, I think the interesting thing is this was like one of the first bottles I bought. It's the Springbank 15-year-old rum cask. whiskey. It was a limited edition, right?
Oh, the spearmint.
And what happened was Frederick asked me to help him buy a bottle because he wanted to. You have to when the Systembolaget releases a bottle, there's a time, and it's like when you go to buy concert tickets. You have to be on the page and you have to click in order to save it. So he asked me to click for him, so we had double the chance of getting it. So he bought 2. You bought 2 or 3?
3 with your help.
Yeah, because you clicked on 2 and I got 2.
Yeah.
So and I decided to buy the last one. So it cost 150 euros thereabouts, and I decided that this one, because I got to try it at your place, and it was really good. So I decided this one I will keep and open on a special occasion. Maybe when my kid graduates from like high school or something.
Yeah, I have a bottle as well. I mean, I have a from High Coast Distillery when they were still called a box instead. And that was the small batch releases they do. They are now up to, I think, 15. Batch 15 now. I have the first batch. There was released 300 bottles on that batch. So I have one of those bottles. It's very rare whiskey. Really good. You haven't tried it. I am going to open it one day, but it's not going to happen in many years. I'm saving it for a special occasion, which I don't really know yet which one it will be. But it will come one day.
Yeah.
That one is amazing whiskey. To answer Greg's ones, I think it was about if you had more whiskey choices, no sustainable stuff. Yeah. I mean, if
that's hard to answer.
Yeah, because Systembolaget has the prices. Every Systembolaget has the same prices, so there's no flipping with the bottle. Someone having more expensive stuff in their place. But the one thing I would want Systembolaget to do, honestly, is to have more knowledgeable people sometimes when you're asking them. Not everyone can know their stuff, but when you go to the website, there should be more better information, I would like to say, about you're buying. Thankfully, there's a lot of good whiskey bloggers and all that here in Sweden that get samples sent to them so they can do reviews, so you can actually get some information. And there's some other Swedish whiskey YouTube channels that do Swedish, only talk Swedish, but they do their releases from Systembolaget. Sometimes they're talking about it, so it's very hard sometimes just to know because it's just a gamble, like we said before, because we can't taste it before we're buying it, which is the occasion for many people.
Systembolaget is a blessing and a curse, but I prefer it this way. I think I do. I like the way we do things here, and I like Systembolaget. I don't know.
Me too.
I don't think I would spend more because I think I would probably spend even less because the nice thing is if you want to buy whiskey, you go to the Systembolaget and they have their selection. But because if I would go to buy like a jacket, I have to go to like 5 stores and try different sizes and compare prices and quality and and it's a headache for me. And if whiskey was the same way, I would walk into this store and check the price, walk into that store and check the price. I would have.
Yeah, and
I don't think I would buy whiskey.
And I think this other thing that would be, since the town we live in would not be that well prioritized. If we would have a liquor shop here that was not Systembolaget, they would probably not be that way prioritized with getting stuff.
Definitely not.
That would be in Malmö, Gothenburg, and especially Stockholm.
Of course.
So we wouldn't get anything basically.
Yeah.
So at least you get a chance, so to say. But usually, if it's an Ardbeg release, for example, it's gone in a second. I think that Springbank, 15-year Rumwood, was gone in less than a minute.
Yeah,
I think, and they had like 600 bottles of it, and just went away like that.
Yeah, but that can happen either way, I think.
So that is one of those things, But yeah, I mean,
because Greg asked, maybe then it's a safer system for people to not drink too much, and I think that's the idea behind it originally, like to help the public keep a good alcohol relationship with alcohol, because alcohol is such a part of our culture in most of the world, so people will drink basically, but yeah, I think it's kind of one of the reasons why it exists is to keep people drinking responsibly and make that easier, which is a good thing, always.
Yeah. I mean, in the old days, do you remember they were called notebook? Notebook.
No.
When they had before, Systembolaget, when you had like this book you got, it was like in 60s or 70s.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you were a young boy.
Yeah, when I was a young lad. No, but they had something way before, and it was only the man in the households. Don't think it was for the females or the women. So yeah, it was gender thing there. But I think there was something like that. You could only buy a certain amount of hard liquor, for example, every month. So you had a special book, and they did a stamp on it or something like that way back. And I even remember when in my hometown with Systembolaget, when you couldn't go into the shop to buy and pick what you wanted, you had to go to the counter and tell them what you wanted, and then they would come, they would pick it for you and put it in the bags, and you pay for it.
Yeah. They kind of do that in like small towns or villages here in Sweden. If you want to buy, because we have Systembolaget, and then some stores are like ambassadors of the Systembolaget. I don't know what the term in English is, but
Sure.
like you can order from the Systembolaget webpage and have it delivered to like a store, like your local grocery shop, and go pick it up there. That's cool.
Yeah, does Sweden have any Wisconsin? Yeah, we do actually, but they are run through, I think, from Systembolaget, because alcohol sell has to be through the state, I think.
Yeah.
Because I know they have done some, because I know Systembolaget sometimes arrange some stuff through other auctioneers here in Sweden when there are some high-end whiskies. But, it's not like in Scotland where you can actually find really cheap whiskies, for example. Older whiskies for not a higher price. So it's not like that at all here. Usually it's more older whiskies, quite, the collectible ones that everyone wants to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, Norway is also a state run,
Yeah.
I think.
What's that called? Vin.
Vinmonopolet, spritmonopolet eller vinmonopolet.
Vin, I think.
Yeah.
The wine
and I think Finland has something not really similar, but I think they have something as well. Yeah, and Denmark.
Same in Canada, many cold climate countries.
And Denmark.
Denmark doesn't.
No, but I think they have like certain rules, like you can't buy certain things in certain times. I
think one of the rules, at least when I was growing up, when I was younger, when you went to Denmark, was you could go to the pub when you were 16, but you couldn't buy. No, the 15? Other way around.
You could buy alcohol when you were 15 years
old. Store when you were 15, but you couldn't go to the pub until you were 18, or was it the other way around? Yeah, something like that. I don't know, or maybe that was England. I don't know. I remember us going to Denmark to get our party on when we were younger.
Yeah, we all did that. When you were 15 years old, I remember they had 15-year-old. The age limit was 15 years old for hard liquor in Denmark at that time. When I was, because I am a little bit older than Emil, but I remember that very well. And then they changed it to 1 year older, so it was 16, because apparently I was supposed to do something good. So yeah, I remember there was quite some problems with that, but
yeah. So you could go across the bridge to Denmark on a child ticket on the train and go drink yourself to Smithereens and then go back.
You could basically sit in a park.
Yeah.
It's not. We do not recommend it to anyone that's underage or anything. We are saying it, but but still, it's the same with tobacco. No, tobacco, you can basically, anyone that has a license. I think you need to have a license to sell tobacco. But it's 18 years old here in Sweden. 18. Yeah, it's 18 years old.
Yeah, but it's not state. The state doesn't control the distribution. It's sold in regular shops.
But you have to be 18 years old. You can be 18 years old to drink alcohol in Sweden, but you have to be 20 years old to buy it in Systembolaget. But you can still go to Systembolaget when you're 18 years old to buy non-alcoholic beverages like beer, cider, and wines that have no alcohol in them. Because you can do that, actually. A lot of people don't know that. So you can actually go in there and buy that. Yeah, you can actually. But you cannot buy the hard liquor ones. So everything that's over 3.5% ABV, you have to buy in Systembolaget.
Yeah. So we have some beer and
Wine
low
as well.
alcohol wine in the usual grocery shops, but not a lot.
They are better now than when they were when we were growing up. There's more to choose
Better,
from.
better.
There are more to choose from. Just
Yeah.
more because there's more people now that are or brewers and all that. They're making non-alcoholic beers and all that.
There are some pretty good non-alcoholic beers actually.
Yeah, but I guess laws about alcohol while driving are tough too. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you don't drink and drive, so yeah, it's about money. Yeah, there are a lot of opinions about Systembolaget. I know Ralphie, one of the biggest YouTuber. He talks a lot about example Sweden about our Systembolaget. You control the people, but when you live with it, I mean, I don't really care. Like you said, Emil, I don't care. I think it's good actually. At
Yeah.
the beginning of my journey, when I was drinking hard liquors, not whiskey, but rum, cheap rum, vodka, and all that, tequila, I didn't like Systembolaget because I want the cheapest stuff, and the cheapest stuff you couldn't find there because you had to pay a lot more. You could
Yeah.
find it in Germany at the border shop. So that was them because mostly the people that are against it are the people that go to the border shop to buy those things. So on.
But
Yeah.
also saying it's all about the money. Like the Systembolaget isn't run to turn a profit. I think it's to drive. Well said, Greg. Well
Yeah,
said.
thanks. I share you to that, seriously. No, there are a lot of fucking idiots. I'm sorry to say that right here, but there are so many people that get their lives destroyed because of it. That's why it's so important when you're drinking alcohol, drink it with care.
Be responsible.
It is.
Do it on a live stream with
Yeah,
good
with
friends.
us. We can empty a bottle. What we're gonna empty right now? Chug, 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 chug.
The next segment of this live stream is the chug challenge.
Yeah, we're gonna have an episode. How much can we drink before? Yeah, and we're gonna have it on a couch, so we can fall asleep.
How much dram can a dram drinker drink? Yeah.
A dram drink a drink. Yeah,
But enough about Systembolaget.
yeah,
We all know it's here, whether we like it or not.
yeah.
What else is
So,
new?
Sorry, just my throat gets so dry sometimes. You have to say the Casway, the Bushmill.
Yeah.
It needs time to open up, but
I think so.
the finish just fades away.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say it's an underwhelming whiskey, unfortunately. I've heard good things about it, but I'm not yet a fan. But again, it's got quite a way to go. So maybe it'll change.
We hope so.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do you say, Mel? Should we call it? Or you want to keep on going?
Yeah. I'm fine with keeping on going.
Yeah,
I'm having
we
fun.
keep on going, people. So,
If the people are here, I'm here.
yeah, of course. Evolving whiskey.
I think it's kind of cool. I think we were up to 6 viewers at some points, but I think we have the same 5 viewers since we started this stream. Thank you very much. That's very loyal of you. It's very cool to have you all here.
Yeah, when it comes to you can share evolving whiskey. Oh my god.
Greg, I think I've seen that video.
Is that a Finnish person?
No, I've seen that one as well.
Yeah,
Is that the one? Yeah.
Koskenkorva or like Finlandia. Vodka.
Yeah. I think this one is like a guy stands in a parking lot or basketball court or something with a bottle of Jack Daniels. We're in a virtual pub together. Exactly. Yeah. I so miss going to the pub. And it's painful because the last year, since like 2019, late 2019, is when I really got into this whiskey tasting, collecting, talking things. And
Yeah.
I think I've been to the pub like twice since I started, and I really miss it, because it's one thing to sit like, yeah, in this room, and not to say you people aren't great, because you are, but yeah, I do miss going to the pub with the music in the background, seeing what they have in the shelves. So hopefully we can all return to that life very soon. Who's there, Fide?
Sorry.
I think we have a knock joke going in the chat.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. That was really dry. Yeah, but some whiskey stories.
Do you have any good whiskey stories? That was also an idea we had, actually. We can share with the chat. Is an idea for future video where we like whiskey moments. Because I think we all have those. The moments where we can look back on, like a specific moment in time that was connected to whiskey in some way. And the idea was to talk about those, like make a list of 3 or whatever. But did you have something in mind?
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because you brought it up. But please keep Googling on your phone if that's...
No. I was
just... Sorry, I didn't ask you after your coughing fit. Are you okay?
Yeah, I am okay. I mean, it just happens. Punch in the kisser or whatever. It's just, fuck.
Whiskey moments with guests. We have Greg on.
Yeah.
Aquavita live show. Aquavita.
He's
Aquavita. Not a whiskey. It's a liquor.
Yeah, no, but it's a YouTube channel. Very big YouTube channel.
Yeah, and the word is like whiskey, Yeah. Aqua is water and Vita is life. But we have a whiskey not a whiskey, sorry. A liquor from where we're from, south of Sweden. It's called Aquavit.
Yeah.
Very popular in Sweden.
Schnapps.
Yeah, it tastes horrible.
Not something I would recommend. Oh my god.
We have a lot of those. Fide, why are you writing knock knock in the chat? Are you trying to
out of pizza or beer or whiskey?
What?
Yeah. But funny stories. I was trying to think some funny stories about whiskeys.
Bye, Lee J. Thank you for joining us. Great to have you here.
Yeah, thanks, Lee J. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
There are so many whiskey YouTube channels.
Yeah, it's a wilderness out there, and I've tried to get a little bit well versed in it, because as I keep saying, I'm not in this world very much, but there's so many. I follow a few, but I rarely find the time to watch the videos, because a whiskey review for me is what I usually listen to. I can put it in my ear and just tune out and go do the dishes or something. But a whiskey review, I feel like I have to be more engaged. And even if it's just a 10-minute video, I find it hard to find that time. But it's a cool genre of videos as well, because it's so subjective, and we still keep going back to what everybody else thinks, but we know that we think differently.
Yeah. Oh. I lost my breath basically, so keep on talking.
Oh. Yeah, I will try to keep on talking. Try to stop me. But I think we talked about this at some other point. I don't know if it's one of our videos or one of the streams we did. Nobel who?
No, but
It was one of the streams we did. But on your channel. But it's a very interesting phenomenon when you like Nobel.
what is he doing? Is it like?
That's a joke. Nobel. That's why I knocked. Good one. Did you Google that one?
Okay, Nobel. Okay, yeah.
Very, very good. Yeah. We talked about with Greg. You know the music reviews, the channels, people reacting, and it's such an interesting phenomenon. Like the need to watch other people like what we like, and people getting upset when people don't like what you like. It's very interesting to me. Mike's whiskey review.
Yeah, Prime. He's Swedish.
Thanks for the
yeah. Hey, Rickard.
Who was the person who sent us the samples, Fredrik?
Jim. He has a Instagram.
Okay. Thanks to Jim. Shout out to Jim.
Yeah.
Some very cool samples.
Yeah.
So even more challenging for me as a subdued to around 200.
Yeah, I have quite a few on Whiskey Pilgrim as well. Not that many, it's 200, but still.
Yeah, it's tough to keep up. You have to be selective. I have like one YouTuber I really follow. You know who it is. We don't have to get into it, but yeah, that's the way I consume media generally. I find one thing and then all in on that thing. Back when Game of Thrones was good, that was all I watched.
Yeah.
Didn't watch anything else. When I listen to music, I listen to the best band I know right now, and I listen to only that band. And people are very different in those regards.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's also a fun thing about working where we work at a school. You know, you can goof around and listen to what the kids listen to. Some of it's pretty good.
I mean, we have found people that like System of a Down, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think you have a point there, Greg. There's a lot of videos of like drum teacher reacts to Danny Carey playing Numa live or something, and people like analyzing the time signatures and stuff. That's very cool. There's like an expertise, like an objectivity to that.
I mean, why don't you just have something like a drunken guy try to sing with?
Yeah, why don't you? Why don't you, Whiskey Pilgrim? Why don't you?
Who is Whiskey Pilgrim?
What?
Who is Whiskey Pilgrim? I'm Frederick.
Oh, sorry. Did I spoil it?
Rules.
Spoil it. Last one. Knock, knock.
Oh, no.
Who's there? Who's there? This is very exciting. Everyone's on the edge of their seat. The high point of the stream. The knock jokes.
Yeah.
Rick Beato is very cool. I actually watch him quite a lot. Luke who? God damn, this is gonna suck.
So Luke who? Look for the people and find out. Oh my God. And we need more alcohol for this.
Worst thing is, I know that he's been Googling this during the live stream. And they're like searching for the best one to write in the chat. I think so. I would bet $100, €100. I've not had whiskey for a month. Correct my name.
Yeah, I wrote something.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah, we will share. We will share.
Yeah, we will drink for you. Hope you recover swiftly. Krya på dig, Rickard.
Verkligen.
Sea of Tranquility. Never heard of Sea of Tranquility. Thank you for the tip.
What are the guys that do you know? Those two African Americans in the what they call
Lost in Vegas.
Yeah,
very cool guys. Charismatic Voice. Yeah, I think I've seen Charismatic Voice. Beth Roars. But I think those are the singing teachers. I think
Okay.
like reacting to. I think one of them reacts does a video I've seen reacting to Pantera. Cemetery Gates.
Okay.
And the screams in the ending. Yeah, it's very cool. Lost in Vegas. Very cool guys.
They love Gojira.
Yeah. I remember watching when they watched when they reacted to Art of Dying, my favorite Gojira song, by the way, the best one. And they like for the entire song, they're like, "What is this?" Like it's so very jarring song. But then in the end, the outro, the like 4 or 5 minute outro, they were just like, just really feeling it. Fuck, they're such a cool band, Gojira.
Yeah. One I liked it. It has nothing to do with music reactions, but it still has to do with heavy metal and all that. It's Loudwire, that big channel. When they're interviewing, singers or people from different bands, especially when this guy, he seemed like a tiny guy next to Phil Anselmo. He looks so scared when he's sitting there next to him. It's so funny to watch. He looks like he's really scared, basically. He looks like he's thinking that maybe Phil is going to do something against him. But then it's also when he does Max, what's it called, Cavalera from Sepultura and Soulfly and the Cavalera Conspiracy. That is also really funny when he's doing an interview with him, because there's something that happens there that I thought was just funny. His reactions to some of the things that Max says.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are many things. Maybe we should do a reaction video to people drinking whiskey.
Sounds really boring, but maybe we should try.
Take one of those videos that has a lot of views and just like sitting there judging them like we know everything.
I promise we will move on from the music thing. I just have to respond to Greg because he tickles my music bones. The Heaviest Metal of the Universe is a very good song. Probably top 5. I like. Okay, I will give you my top 5 from my head right now. I'll just have to think a bit. Like Art of Dying is the number 1 Gojira song. Number 2 is probably Flying Whales. I really like Flying Whales. Number 3, Gift of Guilt. Number 4, Heaviest Matter of the Universe. And number 5 would probably be Esoteric Surgery. And now I just like, Esoteric Surgery, definitely. Such a cool song. But now we're forgetting the newest albums like Silvera and what's the other one?
Magma?
No, it's what's that called? Goddamn, I can't. Yeah, the Gift of Guilt. So I think we have to move on from Gojira. Me and Greg, we can talk Gojira some other time. Another World. I thought it was okay, actually. Very different. I think it's experimental. And damn it, I have to look up the song I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Gojira is good. I'm gonna say.
Stranded, I was thinking. Stranded. It's also a very good song.
Yeah.
Probably would fit in the top 5. But yeah. We all know we like metal music. We don't have to dwell on that too much. How are you feeling, Frederick? Are you feeling tired?
I'm getting my voice back. It just disappeared when I started. Coughing, not throwing up, just coughing. Yeah. So it's getting back, so I can soon talk again.
Very good.
Get my voice heard. No, but it would be interesting. Like I think when Greg asked before with whiskey and metal, and I know we were talking about that as an episode or something as well.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. So many things in the motion, basically.
Yeah, and it's cool too because the appeal to me is like combining different sort of aesthetic expressions, because that's what whiskey is. Essentially, is about the taste. It's about it's aesthetic thing, you know. Um, so like doing a video about whiskey and music, or as I've suggested to you, some like whiskey and some kind of poetry, like even if it's just for laughs, it's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought you were talking about a haiku, make a whiskey haiku. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, like making a haiku, and the other person has to try to guess what the whiskey is.
Oh, okay. Oh
True.
my, that would be. Yeah, that would be really hard. There's so
The
many
thing,
to choose
yeah,
from.
yeah, but we would have to like narrow it down somehow.
You can only say Irish whiskies that are or Swedish whiskies that are close to us.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, whiskey music, definitely. Or maybe we should have gaming and whiskey.
Ooh, for
No, like
me, whiskey and FIFA and getting angry.
yeah,
I have smashed so many controllers.
yeah. Oh, that would be something.
Cool, Greg. I have never really been into poetry or written poetry or anything. I know you have a little bit, Fredrik.
Yeah, of course. In French, even better, Greg. We can use Google Translate. I think that's good.
That's the real challenge. Read a haiku in French and guess the whiskey he's talking about.
Yeah, and we can do it in Swedish.
Yeah.
That would be. Oh my god. No, but there's many things you can do with. Just let your imagination run free. And anyone has any suggestions, please write them down here, please.
Yeah. And as you said, you kind of mentioned it before. Like, we're not a whiskey review channel. We don't do reviews really. Maybe we will at some point. But the appeal to me is like talking about whiskey, about the world of whiskey, the industry, the community, talking about different aspects of it. Like the meta discussion of whiskey is more fun to me than like to do, because not to take away from those people who do whiskey reviews, because that's cool content, but for me the fun thing for me to do is not to review whiskey, because I'm not that well versed. Yeah, haiku to describe whiskey would be
Yeah.
but I think you would have to like make a list of like 10 whiskeys, and you would have to write 10 haikus and like make a matching game.
I remember we tried to do some haiku when I was in school, but yeah, it didn't go well.
Yeah,
it would be a challenge. It would be cool.
I remember they did haiku in Cartman on Cartman in South Park once.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember that one.
No, I think we shouldn't read it aloud.
No, but I think it would be fun, to do something like maybe like Hero Realms and whiskey, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't think
game.
everyone would appreciate it though, but it would be fun to have some people, because you can't play it.
And that's also before times before the social restrictions and whatever. That was the context in which we would drink whiskey often. Like sit down, play a game, drink a glass of whiskey, talk. It's been a while now, but that's
how it is. That's how it is.
I really like that. What Greg said earlier. It's a virtual pub. This is social. Like it fulfills my social needs.
Yeah, because I remember when I think it was Aquavita when he does his live V pubs, as he calls it. I think it is V pubs, virtual pubs. There's a lot of people in there. I mean, it has become very important during these times. For people to have some place to talk and all that.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I suppose that is.
It's definitely true, Greg. But that's at that time you have to like look at yourself, what you want, because I know because we've talked about this for like what's the point of the channel? Like, are you doing it just to get like big? Then you have to make some considerations. Maybe make shorter videos, share it everywhere, like be active on social media. But like, if you just want to get your opinions, your art out there, that's totally valid too. And the people who like it will like it. Maybe not as many people would find it as would be possible, but yeah. I think it's admirable that there are a lot of people who just do their thing and don't really heed too much mind to the mighty YouTube algorithm.
Yeah,
because we've talked about this regarding this channel too. Like, what approach are we going to take? And obviously, we're going to do what we feel like doing and want to do because it's fun to do. But we also we want to give it a shot to see how far we can go, how much we can grow.
Definitely. I mean, sorry for that coughing all the time. No, but it is an important thing when you're talking about why you're doing what you're doing. I mean, you can do merchandise. There's nothing wrong to do merchandise. I joked about it on Whiskey Pilgrim a little bit. But, it would be fun sometimes to do something, on merchandising, but nothing, like big stickers that you can put on your car, on your yacht or whatever. But, more sensible thing like, a horse that you cut a little bit on the fur so you get the Dram Divided symbol. That would be nice. Or like my franchise thing when I thought I could do toilet papers on Whiskey Pilgrim. For 2020, that would have been a luxurious, good business deal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, doing it to share your experience. Exactly.
Exactly, Greg. Thank you. Yeah, we are a lot of people in the whiskey community. I mean, and I like the fact that there are many people from different parts of the world.
Yeah.
Because then you get different aspects of people.
Yeah.
Like whiskeys from their countries that they can highlight that you never heard of.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Yeah.
You don't watch many whiskey videos, Dominic. Neither do I. But I appreciate you. You're usually here for us and for Frederick on his channel.
Yeah, I am appreciating it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was very nice talking to you last time.
Yeah. Yeah, he was on my last live I did on my birthday stream.
Yeah.
I know Matt from Air Whiskey was trying to join us, but due to technical issues, he couldn't.
Bad.
No, but this is it's interesting, because when I started doing whiskey, with the Whiskey Pilgrim, when I started, like I said, I'd taken those videos away, but you could only see my hands, my hand face.
Oh, did you delete them?
Yeah, I did. I actually did. I should have done that. They are saved on hard drive somewhere, so I might one day just put them up again. Just like in memory of the time long gone. But it is interesting. You putting yourself out there. Once you're putting yourself out here like this, it's I wasn't very comfortable with that in the beginning. I would say, to say.
Was that the reason why you chose to do that? Because I remember us talking about it before you started.
Yeah. I mean, in the beginning, I didn't want to show myself because I wasn't comfortable with showing myself. And I do know some people were like, "Why are you seeing these hands? Touching this whiskey? It looks really is he like or erotic? Some kind of." Yeah, is he getting off on this or something? No, but it was just because I was so shy on this. But then one day I did my top whiskey of 2019, and after that, let's do it. Yeah. So that was the start of the new chapter of Whiskey Pilgrim. And now we have this channel as well, and we are so thankful for everyone. Seriously, I cannot address that for all the 5 up to even 7 or 8 people that's joined this so far.
Yeah, on our first live, very cool. And you had like 20 people last time.
Yeah, I think so. That one had today it was 400 views or something like that. I was very like, cool. What?
That's scary.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was not thrown into it, but like trial by fire
Yeah.
as a special guest on
Yeah.
Frederick's other channel.
Yeah. With the tealing one we did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that was something I want to do with you because I know we were talking a little bit about doing this one, but we hadn't set anything in motion. And my idea was, for you to test, is this something you want to do or not? You know, and you did a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now we're sitting here.
And now we're here. Here we are,
Here we are.
full of regrets.
No, I mean, yeah, Greg, starting a cam, especially when you're not in native English speaking,
Yeah.
because there's all the pronunciations and all that. And usually I get really tired after talking for a certain time. My voice gets really tired. So it's quite hard sometimes, and especially pronunciations. I know all the wine stuff. It's like basically I would just put a label there. This is what it's called. Don't ask me to pronounce it.
Yeah, I had my worries that time because I've always had an easy time learning languages. That's just like how my brain works. But it was so long since I spoke English, and I can tell, like even listening to myself right now, that I've grown more comfortable as we've made more and more videos and talked more and more English. But like when I was on your live that time,
Yeah.
I think that was the first time I don't know if it was like 10 years since I last. No, I was in Dublin. So maybe like 5, 6, 7 years since I last spoke English, like more than a word in a day. So I was kind of nervous about that. But my girlfriend actually told me earlier today that when she walked by the room when we were recording, she was kind of impressed with how well I was speaking English. So gave me some confidence. But I found that find the words I need to use. My vocabulary is there. The hard thing is, as you say, the pronunciation sometimes, and you get like tripped up in the syllables.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to Silver and Carl for saying, yeah, we were doing great. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it is hard, It is because when I do the Swedish whiskeys, it's quite easy. It's like, oh yeah, this is something I can actually pronounce.
Yeah.
So, but then it's funny when you hear everyone talking about McMyra because they always say, McMyra. And you're like, okay, yeah, okay, I have to say McMyra as well because else everyone is not going to understand me. We will say McMyra. There's no power to that word. We say it McMyra.
I always found that interesting because we make such a big fuss about pronouncing the Scottish gibberish they put on their bottles. We try. They should try McMyra.
Yeah,
damn it.
Or no, it's not hard. I mean, we should do some Swedish rhymes as well.
Yeah,
you should learn. Oh, don't do that one. Seriously.
Yeah, tongue twisters are fun. No, it's not.
Yeah, and Greg is, says good about your English.
How would you like Silverlock is writing McMyra? How would you write it in English, Frederick?
Yeah,
Myra. It's like E. It's not E.
Yeah, no, but that has to do with the pronunciation thing. So I think it's same thing with when you hear certain names, for example.
Yeah.
With my name, you can spell it like Fredrik, like it says on the name tag. But some people said Frederick as well.
Yeah.
You know,
that's very
common. It happened to me when I lived in New Zealand, and one of the families, that people there said Frederick to me, and I actually never really cut up to it, until someone actually wrote it on a paper, my name, and I was like, "Oh, you spelled my name wrong." What? Yeah, that's not how you spell my name, actually. So, no, but it's interesting, and there's a lot of the pronunciation thing there is interesting, but I think the same thing with names as well. Some names are easier to pronounce, of course.
I know my last name. I won't say it, but it's a very unusual name. It's
Yeah.
like only my family in the world
Yeah.
basically has the name. I know I have some family in Australia. I don't know if they kept the name, but
Yeah.
some distant relatives.
Yeah.
But I've grown up used to the idea that people don't know what my name is. I've had so many different versions of my name being said and written. I just stopped caring. I even pronounced my own last name wrong for like the first 15 years of my life. So that can be a struggle.
Yeah. I mean, I think. What was I thinking of? I'm not gonna say your last name though, but I was thinking of something else. You know, my I had it on my head and now I forgot it. Damn. Damn.
Typical.
Yeah, it's typical. That's how it is sometimes, you know. But I think English people can't even pronounce Aaron. Aaron. Yeah, I think Aaron. It's how is it? Is it Aaron or Aaron? Because it's I think there's isn't there like what's called Arabic name Aaron as well. Aaron.
Yeah, yeah.
Aaron, so that was just wondering because I think there's some Arabic name, Arab,
But I think we butcher their Arabic names as
yeah,
well.
as well. So yeah. I mean, there are some other ones. I mean, I think my mother's name is Karin, for example.
Yeah.
But you cannot say Karin in English because it would be Karen.
Yeah.
Karen.
And of course, there's a yeah, no, forget it. A not the yeah, like Aaron, Aaron,
Aaron.
Aaron,
We should say it in Scottish.
Aaron. I don't know. Scottish is very interesting to me because they have like the R is halfway like to the front of the mouth. It's not like rrr, but it's pretty close. When I was growing up, that's how I said my R's. Can you imagine?
Yeah. I remember when I was in New Zealand and there was a town not so far away where I lived, and a lot of the population there was Scottish.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Very hard to understand some of them. When I was in Scotland, I had actually no problem understanding the people there. Even those who had a broader accent.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting. I like the Scottish accent, actually. I like the Irish. I like every accent.
Yeah, accents are really cool, and one of the sad things about the like modernization of the world, where we all like our dialects sort of fading away because they're very interesting.
Yeah.
We had a Swedish television show about our different dialects.
Yeah.
And my favorite part of when we had like Swedish class in school was when we got to watch that show because it's so cool. Like here in Skåne, in the south of Sweden, we speak basically like a bastardized version of the Danish dialect that was here
Yeah.
many years ago. And like people fought for the right to keep speaking this language.
Yeah.
That's now just a dialect in Swedish, and it's fading away. Many dialects in northern Sweden have faded away completely. They're like languages of their own. It's a very cool world.
Yeah.
The world of language.
Definitely. No, because I know our dialect has its uniqueness as well.
Yeah.
No, it's something some people call it's very oaty, like grötigt. Yeah.
Like the thing you usually say is like you have oatmeal stuck in the back of your throat.
Yeah.
So yeah, but they say that of the Danish as well. So that's the connection.
Yeah.
There's a Danish island to the east of where we live, and it's closer to Sweden than it is to Denmark, but it belongs to Denmark.
Yeah.
People there are Danish, but the way they speak sounds almost identical to like where I grew up in Sweden. And we have another island is Öland on the east coast of Sweden. It looks like a miniature version of Sweden, just on the east coast. And there you can go when you're in the south. They speak the same dialect as the people. If you go like in a straight line from that point on the island to the mainland, that's the dialect they speak there. If you go a bit to the middle, you go straight over. So they have like a huge variety of dialects on this one tiny island, because the travelers from different parts of Sweden would go to This is not a language channel. Sorry.
No, Swedish for new beginners.
Yeah,
I
precis.
below.
Exakt. I keep saying precis as if people would understand it.
High Sweden.
Höga kusten.
Yeah, Höga destilleriet.
Höga kusten.
Can you write it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Höga kusten is literally the high coast.
Yeah.
Like high coast would just be hög kust. What's in the name exactly? Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
But we all have our interests. I love language.
Yeah. Especially when you can find like similarities in Östgötsk. My name is pronounced Oikad.
Wicked.
Oikad Östgötsk.
So, yeah, I was. Actually went to school in that part of Sweden where Rickard is making a joke about, and I was in a small town doing like work training as a part of my school going, so as part of the university. So I went there, and I get the person said, and this is only for the Swedish speakers. They were talking about the weather, and they said, "Det är bara oängna, oängna, oängna." And I had to keep myself from laughing.
What do you say?
Because they don't pronounce the R at the beginning of the words.
Can you say it again?
Oängna. Det är bara oängna, oängna, oängna. Oängwalk is a classical.
Okay.
Sorry to all the non-Swedish speakers. We will return to our regular scheduled program shortly.
Yeah.
Bilingual player words. Yeah, that's high-level stuff. Remote communities causes more variation in pronunciations. Yeah, they sure do.
Yeah.
It was. I went to school in Linköping, Rickard, and I was in Åtvidaberg for the event I just described.
Yeah. I think my favorite dialect is people from the north, Norrländska.
Yeah.
That's I really like that dialect.
You can tell our chat how you say yes in the north of Sweden. Do you know?
No. Yeah.
Very cool. That's the best word ever.
Yeah.
Literally.
I just remember when I was in Mallorca at the bartender school there, and we had some people from Norrland, the state that's up north. And I remember their way of doing a drink, basically. It was a glass like this, basically. And they would fill it with vodka up here, I think. Let's see here. No, vodka up here. And then just top a little bit for coloring of Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And then we just drink it like that. And I was like, what, seriously? Where I am from is like the other way around.
Yeah. I had a teacher, a very responsible teacher. He was really cool. And we sat discussing, there's a drink in Sweden called kaffejök. And it's coffee and vodka. Very popular. People drink it at parties and stuff.
Yeah.
I hate it. It tastes horrible. But his recipe was you put a coin in the bottom of your coffee cup. And then you pour coffee until you can't see the coin. And then you pour vodka until you can see it again. And then it's finished. Vodka and Coke. That's a classic teenage party cocktail in Sweden, I think.
It's a drink for all ages, basically. It's like a drink in a gin tonic.
We start partying.
Yeah.
We take vodka. It's called grog in Sweden. It's like a cocktail, you know.
Yeah.
It's probably pretty common in the rest of the world as well. But you take vodka, always vodka, basically, and you mix it with Sprite or Fanta or Coke or whatever you have handy. And it tastes like shit, but you get drunk.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Those were the days. Now we have all these.
Now we're drinking something, yeah.
High expectations.
Those the word. I don't want to remember those days. Sometimes that was just horrible what you would drink.
But Silverlock, where's Silverlock from?
The States. I think
What do you What
Chicago.
do you like? Drink beer? Like when you were young and partying, what did people drink? Because here it literally, yeah, vodka with Sprite. Okay, yeah, basically the same thing. It's because the goal was always, at least where I was from, the goal was when we went to party, it was the goal was to get drunk. So like as much liquor as you could handle, and yeah, rum and coke, of course. Whiskey with ginger ale, yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
But yeah,
Sounds like
it's always easier when you're to get like it's cheap to buy vodka here and cheap to buy beer. So those are the most common drinks for like students and people in university and stuff, young people.
Saranov.
Sahanov, yes,
Yes. The
or
cheap.
Yeltsin vodka.
Yeah. That was like the cheapest vodka you could buy. I think it cost like, if you bought it in Germany, where they actually sold it, I think it was like €2 for 70 centiliters of vodka.
Yeah.
But when people would buy a lot of it and they would sell it for €15.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, €15 here in Sweden. And they bought it for €2, basically. So it was a profit. It wasn't good. It didn't taste good. It was.
Used to mix beer with Fanta. Wow, that one I've never heard of.
Which one?
Silverlock wrote when he was.
Yeah, I know some people do like black currant and that kind of stuff in their beer and all that kind of stuff.
I've tried beer mixed with Mintu. That was pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I remember we did. What was that card game? You know, when you had, if anyone took a queen out from the cards, they had to put some kind of alcohol beverage in the glass.
Yeah. Oh.
The last queen had to drink the thing that was that abomination that was in the glass.
Oh,
I'll never forget when we had cider, Bailey's, and I think it was what was it? It was a licorice shot, basically, in that glass.
delicious.
It, there was like something like a foam on the top of it.
Yeah.
Because everything didn't mix well together.
It mixes. Yeah, exactly.
Horrible.
I'm sorry that happened to you, Greg. It's a big problem, actually, I think, with the party culture when you're growing up, like when you're in your young adult years. And it's the same here. Like it's kind of taboo to not drink sometimes, and it's can pressure people into bad places. But yeah, have you ever played the game Caps? Not in English, Caps, but in Swedish, KAPS, Caps. Where you throw bottle caps. Yeah, you.
Yeah,
like
when you
a circle and you have a glass in the middle, and you throw bottle caps, and you have a glass.
I didn't do it because I knew I would lose because I didn't know how to do it.
Okay, best drinking game for everyone. If you ever want to play a drinking game, you sit in a circle, and you put your feet in the middle, so you have like that distance from the center of the circle. And then you pull your legs toward yourself. You put your glass in front of you. You put a big glass in the middle, and you have a bag of like bottle caps. And the game goes like you take turns in a clockwise motion to throw caps at each other's glasses, and if you hit the person's glass, you have challenged them, and they have to hit your glass, and you go back and forth. And the first one who misses have to pour some of their drink into the center one, the big glass in the middle. So you get this nightmare cocktail in the middle. And if you accidentally hit the center cup with your bottle cap, you have to drink it.
Yeah, horrible.
And it's horrible. Once we did it, we had like, I think, like you were saying, like whiskey. No whiskey. Beer and cider, and I think one person had a White Russian in their glass. So it was like a lot of milk in it. So it was all grainy and not good, but a fun game.
Yeah, we had a lot of shot stuff as well. Like a roulette thing. Oh, it's just no.
Infinity crap glass, yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Rum and Coke with squeeze of lime. Yeah, I was never into the drinks. I was just beer. Like was my go-to.
I didn't know drinks in the beginning. I remember when I took, syrup, those
Yeah.
thick, sugary ones, and I mistook it because I thought, okay, this is like what you're supposed to mix the alcohol with. So all my drinks ended up being raw alcohol and sugar.
Yeah.
Basically, just horrible.
Yeah, it was the same. Parties are
But
just there binge drinking and showing off. Not necessarily. I don't really agree with that, Greg.
it depends on what your
Yes, some
intent.
parties are definitely, but I've had some fun experiences as well. But I will say I agree more with you. The younger we talk, like
Mm.
the younger we were, the more focus it was on binge drinking. So yeah, you have a point, of course.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm getting so many flashbacks.
Sorry, what?
I'm getting so many flashbacks from my youth when we're talking about this.
Yeah,
This
me
is
too. Me too.
so
There's some
many.
crazy parties.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, like we went to school in the same city, and you went a few years before me, and all the stories you've told me was
Oh, you
like,
mean when you were studying to become a teacher?
yeah,
Yep, yep.
university.
University.
Like you've told me some stories, and that whole culture of like the
Yeah.
fun party lifestyle was completely gone by the time I started going to school here. So that's kind of, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the thing when you're living in a student flat was it wasn't more fun than when you made it to be, basically. So I was very impulsive during that time, and the people I was living with loved the fact that people were impulsive because then they could be impulsive. And we
Yeah,
did some things, we never did things to harm anyone or anything. Everyone took care of each other, and that was just very important. But I remember my first night in this town when I was drinking. Oh my god. I ended up waking up in the wrong flat house, basically, and not just the wrong flat house. It was actually on the second floor. I lived on the first floor, so I woke up only with my underwear on the couch, basically. And yeah, I had no idea where I was when I was looking out. I could see a totally other view than the apartment place I was supposed to live at. So yeah, that wasn't very good. But there were some things there. Especially I remember the student parties at the fraternity house, or you want to call it.
yeah,
Those things are gone now. It's unfortunately.
yeah. I
And
missed
yeah,
out. Silverlock says. I'm sure I did. No, but I tried like drinks and stuff. I just didn't like it. I didn't like alcohol, like the taste of like hard liquor. It was just my experience. I mean, yeah, I know, Greg. You're not the only one. I know. I was kind of a shy too, actually.
I
I
was
think
way.
that's the tough thing about those years is because either you're like shy and you're insecure about that, or you're like the opposite. But most people in that age are insecure, so you're like you don't take it out in a nice way either way. So like either you're shy and you try to fit in, or like not shy but you are mean to other people. That's pretty common, I think, unfortunately. But it's a period of learning for everyone.
Yeah, but that's interesting. When people choose not to drink at parties,
Yeah,
because some people cannot accept that. I mean, I always accept. When I was younger, even when I was partying really hard and drank way too much, I always accepted someone didn't want to drink. I was like, okay, you don't want to drink, okay, then don't do it. Seriously, that is up to you. I'm not gonna put you know, any views on that. I mean, that's up to you. I mean, I had friends when I was growing up who didn't drink alcohol. I met people some example, when I lived in New Zealand, I met someone who didn't drink due to things that happened in their lives. So, and I was just accept it.
yeah,
We're all different. We all have the right to be that way, basically. So people can stand up and say, "No, I don't want to drink alcohol." Yeah, I think that's good.
yeah. But there is a everyone drinks parties. It's hard not to. Yeah, it's definitely hard not to, and that's the problem, I think, and that's what
No, it's
both
not.
Greg and I try to get are mentioning right now.
I mean, I have been to many parties when during some times when I actually didn't drink anything,
Yeah,
and I didn't drink any alcohol. It
yeah,
was okay. I mean, because the best part was when I was waking up in the morning, I didn't have a hangover.
yeah, yeah. I don't think he means it's hard to like it's you feel bad because but because of the social pressure, it's hard to.
Okay, sorry to hear about that, Greg. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that I don't think you're the only one. I think that's pretty common actually, and that's a problem with like that type of culture.
Yeah.
And they're yeah, hard problem to fix, but hopefully it gets better. I remember the story of when my parents met. No, not met, but because they were together and then they split up, blah blah blah. And then when they got back together before I became a human being, the first night they met in a very long time, like it was at a party, and my dad was the designated driver, but because he didn't feel like facing the questions, like the comments from his friends, people he knew, like, oh, you're not drinking tonight. He actually ordered a glass of orange juice and pretended it was a screwdriver for the rest of the night. Or if he ordered a glass of apple juice and pretended it was beer, just to keep people from asking him. So the social pressure is there.
Yeah.
Are the best time when you're drunk at parties? Not necessarily. I'd had a lot of fun when I was drunk, but I've had a lot of very many bad times when I was drunk as well.
I haven't been drunk in 5 years, I think.
Yeah.
Feels good. Feels good.
I have. It doesn't feel good.
Because I don't let myself anymore, basically. Not because there's any problems when I do get drunk.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have that feeling, So just the day afterwards, I'm getting too old for this shit, basically. If I just no. But you know what, everybody? I would like to share everyone once again for being here with us. We've been going now for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. It's socially accepted to drink, definitely. It is a very big part of our culture.
Hmm.
I mean, I've been drunk in my early days. In my early days were the times when I was drunk the most often, actually. And less the older I've gotten.
Mm. Yeah. Sometimes things just happens.
Very Silverlock, that's very disciplined of you to come to that realization and maintain that. Good job. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting to be like a whiskey channel talking about the negatives of drinking, but it's an important aspect of it because there is a, and I can sometimes catch myself like maybe I shouldn't take one more glass of whiskey, because it's so easy to, and especially when you're in company. To over drink or to do stuff that drink more than you want and then regret it later. Yeah, drinking and driving is a very bad idea. Hopefully people stay away from that.
Well, for sure. But that is also one thing, because I remember when I lived in both in New Zealand and in America, that was very interesting with the whole drinking culture there, because it was more accepted there, where you could have some beers and then you would take the car.
Yeah.
Now I do know that America or in the States, different states have different rules. But I remember that, and I was like, especially in New Zealand, I remember someone had 2 glasses of wine, and then they said, "Okay, I can drive you." And you were like, "Seriously?"
Yeah.
So like, no, I'm taking the bus.
That's kind of the stereotype about us here in Sweden too. So, like that we're so over focused on the security aspect, because we have very low limits for all these things, like how much alcohol you can have in your blood while driving and all that stuff. My dad passing by my room and I thought if yeah, those were the days.
Yeah.
I remember one trick people used to pass around was like put a foot on the ground when you were going to sleep so the bed stops spinning.
Yeah, I remember there was what was it called now? It was Man's Magazine or something, and they have sometimes like these pictures that you can take pictures of people in your social gathering who have been really drunk, and you can send it to them, and they will show it to people.
Yeah.
And there were some people, you know, when there were festivals, for example, and they would find some pallets, and they will build it around someone who has been drunk too much, and put them on a wheelchair, and then done like they were like in a cage or something. It just looked really funny. But yeah, definitely. But yeah, I'm gonna have to call it, unfortunately.
That's
Yeah.
okay. We've been going
Yeah.
strong for it's.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, it's 20 minutes past midnight here, so it's getting pretty late. I've had a lot of fun. It took quite a serious turn these last 20 minutes, but it's important to talk about these things. And I appreciate the discussion.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, me too.
Not
Even
the most lighthearted ending of all, but
let's end it on a good note. Toast for good health and good opportunities and a lot of good whiskeys in good company.
and most importantly, whiskey to the people.
Whiskey to the people. Cheers, everyone, and thank you once again for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And don't forget, please like, subscribe, and comment in the comment section down below. We have to do it sometimes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anything more you want to say, Evan?
No, I'm just grateful for the time you. Like I say, it's hard to find the time to watch videos and stuff, and you've been here with us for over 2 hours. Thank you very much. I've had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Take care, everybody, and we see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.